What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Cowboys Corner. This is Talking Crazy, the first episode of 2025-2026 season, all right? And, I've already dropped a couple of videos. If you guys haven't watched it, you need to go check those out. And we're just a few days away from this training camp, y'all. Tuesday, the first set of practices. Look at my hair. I can't get it right in my hat. First set of practices going at it. Gotta love that. We're got a lot to discuss tonight. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Let's see. I wish there was an easier way to get this on here. I like to stream the live on the TV. But you guys come in here. We're about to get started here. If you're watching on the replay, just give me a second. Don't quit watching. We're gonna get going here. Just hold on. I think I went live too soon. Let's see. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. Cowboy Corner live. There it is right there. Boom. All right. Hope everybody's doing fantastic here on the Corner of Crazy and Cowboys. Man, I think I want to build a roster today, guys. What do y'all think? Should we build a roster today? Let me get to the comments. I can't even see the comments here. Bam! Right there. Been a while since the last Talking Crazy. Yes. It most definitely has been a while since the last Talking Crazy. Let me get some browsers going here. We're gonna pull up. What's up? Can you put the link? Let's see if I remember how to do this. Oh, yeah, there it is. Bam. Paste. Okay. I think that's the link right there. I'm going to come in here and pin it. Bada boom, bada bang. Bada bang, bada boom. We already got 7 people in here. You guys don't mind clicking the like button. Let's pin that right there. All right. Guys, thank you for your patience. I think we're ready for a show. I think we are ready for a show. Gosh darn it. Let me get my tabs pulled up real quick. Dallas Cowboys roster. We're gonna do this. Dallas Cowboys roster. All right. I think I put Rooster, but it's all right. Y'all can't see that. Here we go. All right. Let's share the screen here. Let's share the screen. Bam! Share screen. We're going to go here. Share that. Let's go back to here. All right. Okay. Gotta zoom in. There we go. Let's zoom in. Can you guys see that all right? Yeah. Here we go. Cool Cowboy. Bam. What up, Cool Cowboy?
Yo, what is up? It's been a minute, man.
It's been a little while. We about to build a roster. All right. We about to do this thing.
All right, I'm down.
We're gonna build a 53-man roster. Let me go to my Google Excel here. I need a tab for that. Google Excel. Bam. Google Spreadsheets. Sign in. Gonna be looking at my passwords. Here we go. All right. Cool Cowboy, how's your weekend been, brother?
Been pretty good. How about yours?
Hey, it's been real good. It's been real good. We're gonna build a roster. All right, and let me get my tablet signed into StreamYard so I can see people in the background. Let's see, and I can run the show a little better with this too. Here, bam, bam, bam. Now let's enter studio. But keep me in the background. All right, enter studio. All right. All right, now I got to remove me from the stream. Remove. Bam. All right. Now I got full control of this mother flucker. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Let me get another. Yeah. All right. You know what? I think I need to put the Excel in here. It's all right. We'll keep it funky like this. Let's talk about these players real quick. Camp body, cool cowboy, or legit competition. All right.
All right.
This Hakeem dude is the opposite tackle, number 75. He's 6'4", 302 pounds. He's 27 years old. He's 6 years. He's from Kansas. Is this a camp body or is this competition, cool cowboy?
If I be honest with you, I think it's a camp body. I mean, I barely heard about this guy before we signed him, and he seems like he's one of those dudes who just bounces around the leagues. I think we only signed him, honestly, is because for the preseason games, like to have more depth at O-line in the preseason. I feel like that's why we signed him. I feel like he's just going to be a camp body, and honestly, I hope he is because I want to see the young guys, honestly, make the team rather than these old, like, journeyman veterans who just don't make an impact. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. This guy right here, this Hakeem, he was a signing before the draft started. So the Cowboys brought in two guys. He was one of them. Camp body. They drafted Tyler Booker. They brought in Ron Jones from the Dolphins. He was a starting guard for them last year. They're Clayton Adams, Connor Riley. They're trying to get a lot of beef up front. Good competition. You still got Nathan Thomas. We'll talk about these guys, but yes, I agree with you. Hakeem is a roster guy here. We got Tommy King of Booty. All right, number 92, defensive tackle, 6'3", 306. Another undersized guy. He's 22 years old. He's a rookie, undrafted free agent. Oh, did we draft him?
We got him like 7th round, I think.
Yeah, we drafted him. What is he a camp body? Is he gonna? What do you think with him?
I honestly think he's gonna go to the practice squad because usually the Cowboys they always carry their rookies, but I think that they're just not gonna have enough room for him on the main active roster. They're gonna put him on the practice squad. And besides, I think Jay Toya, which we'll get to him later, I'm sure. I like him better out of him rather than the Tommy guy. He just has more size, and I feel like can stop the run more than Tommy can.
Yeah. Offensive tackle, defensive tackle there. Okay. I like that. Practice squad stash. Call him up if something doesn't work out. Let's say they trade Mozzie or something. Could this guy be called up on the roster, guys? Look for 92 in these preseason games. August 9th is our first preseason game. We're going to get you familiar with these players before we get going. Brian Anger, the punter, all right? Starter. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, of course. He's a all-pro punter, and I don't think there's much debate to that one at all.
Brandon Aubrey, same thing. Pay the man.
Best kicker in the league.
That's right. I agree there. All right, here we go. TJ Bass. All right, he's been hanging around the roster. A little Mike McCarthy pet cat here. Can TJ Bass do enough to stick around this year, cool cowboy, with this new staff?
I honestly feel like he will stick around because I don't know if you remember, but like you remember in 2023 and even in 2024, actually last year, when there was injuries all over the O line, he was one of the guys that they plugged in and played, and he honestly did not do that bad. And we all know that in this league, there's a severe lack of good quality linemen, so I'd find it hard pressed that they're going to let him go. He's a good backup, honestly, and as long as you have him play for like only 4 games a year, if someone gets injured then it's fine. But if he's a full-time starter, he'll probably get exposed. But as a backup, he's just fine, in my opinion, at left guard.
Yes. Yes, I agree. Backup left guard to Tyler Smith. All right. Just in case Tyler Guyton doesn't work out or Tyler Guyton gets hurt, Tyler Smith can kick out. TJ Bass could be your replacement. I think TJ Bass has a strong case for competition here, Cool Cowboy. I like that assessment. Cooper Beebe, second year center. Obviously, do you pencil Beebe in as a starter here?
Yeah, I'd say so. Honestly, I think I don't know why, like, people, like, before the draft, they were hyping up Brock Hoffman to be the center, but I think Brock Hoffman is, like, the same tier as TJ Bass. So Cooper Beebe, like, unlike them, I think he's a solid starter. He played pretty well as a rookie. He was one of the few bright spots on the team last year, and I only see improvement under this new scheme. So I think he's a definite starter, honestly. And keep him at center. I wouldn't move him.
Right. Don't move him. Keep him there. Connor Riley, keep him there. Marquise Bale, all right. Linebacker 2 years ago, moved back to safety. Is there, you had YA get a little payday. You still got Wilson on a payday. Is Marquise Bell an odd man out in a Matt Eberflus system here?
I don't think so, actually, because I think they're only going to they're going to go light on safety, unlike the Dan Quinn era, which they went heavy on safety every year. And even Mike Zimmer, they were also pretty heavy on safety. So I think what they'll do is they'll have Marquise Bell as a backup. But honestly, I think he should be starting because honestly, Donovan Wilson and especially Malik Hooker, they get exposed a lot in pass coverage. And also Malik Hooker gets injured a lot. So we could be seeing some playing time from Marquise Bell. And I liked some of the things that he showed. He's a better cover man, in my opinion, than Malik Hooker. And he's more durable. Like
Yes.
they especially Donovan Wilson, they both get injured way too much.
Mm-hmm.
So I honestly, this might be hot take, but I think he's going to stick around. I think he's going to be a starter eventually for us.
Okay. Marquise Bell, for me, Cool Cowboy, I think he has a uphill battle, all right? You look at Wilson, Matt Eberflus, from what I've been hearing this whole offseason, Wilson and Matt Eberflus, they got a connection. Y.A. Thomas, they made a point to keep him here on the Dallas Cowboys roster. I think Marquise Bell, converted linebacker 2 years ago, back to safety. I think he could be looking at an exit, maybe a potential trade. Maybe they keep him for special teams. Maybe the new special teams coach likes him enough where he can vouch for him and say, no, I need Marquise Bell for special teams. But I think that's what saves him as being a special teams player for me. DaRon Bland, all right. Pencil him as a starter. What do you think, Cool Cowboy?
Yeah, he's the obvious starter. I mean, even though like last year he wasn't as good, let's be honest, he was not 100%. They rushed him. They shouldn't have rushed him, and we all know he's a very good corner. I think he's better than Diggs at this point. We can safely say that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Most pick sixes in a year, DaRon Bland, Thanksgiving Day. He sealed the record. Jim Nantz, Tony Romo called a beautiful game, called a beautiful play to make that history happen, all right? So why that history was happening. So, yes. We got Six Flags Over Texas. Minecraft said that he's excited for Tyler Booker. We're going to talk about old TB here in just a second, all right? J. Don Blue, the first running back we're going to talk about here, Cool Cowboy. J. Don Blue, is he into the depth chart running back? Is he a starter? Is he practice squad? Do you risk him getting cut? Does he make the team, Cool Cowboy?
I think he makes the team, but I don't know if you saw. I don't know if it's true or not. But there's a report that they said like he's very lazy. Did you hear about that?
Wow, his track record in football with fumbles, he carries the ball very lazy. I know that. He has a fumbling problem.
Exactly. There was this article that apparently like one of the coaches like on the staff said like he doesn't work hard at all, and he's been criticized like a lot. Like, but I will say though, his teammates have shut that down. But they're his teammates, so we'll have to wait and see. But if he's not lazy and I think he has the talent to be in the rotation because it's not going to be a bell cow like system, one man running back. It's going to be a rotation system where we have like two running backs, and I think he can definitely fill in, but we'll have to wait and see. If those reports about him being lazy is true, then I could honestly see him being buried in the depth chart, or even worst case scenario on the practice squad. But if those reports are not true, then I think he'll be in the rotation.
Yes. Yeah. So Brando, the best moderator in the game right here. Cowboys coaches reportedly have concerns with 5th-round pick running back Jadon Blue's work habits. All right. So that report, Cool Cowboys, sounds like it's true. And we got Uncensored right here getting added to the stage. We got Mike Ballerana in the chat right here on the corner of Crazy and Cowboys Uncensored. What's up, brother?
What's up,
Going on,
Uncensored?
brother? All good today, man. How about you guys?
Yeah. Hey,
Pretty
all
good.
good here.
Good, man.
We are talking about this 90-man roster. We're going to get familiar with these players today, Uncensored, and we're probably going to have plenty enough show to break everything down and get in some topics. All right. Right now, we're talking about Jadon Blue and reports about his work habits. Uncensored, does that concern you?
I didn't. I've been slammed, brother. I don't. What did they say?
They say like he's lazy, like and he doesn't work very hard. He's just this is
So
work habits. He doesn't have a high work ethic apparently.
So Zeke year 4
basically
is what we're looking at. Yeah, that's a
Basically.
concern.
Apparently,
That is absolutely a concern when you got a rookie that is not even a high draft pick that's coming into an organization and not giving maximum effort. Do you guys remember when Dez Bryant got drafted and he came into the first training camp and he was throwing up on the sideline because he wouldn't come off the field? That's a first round draft pick that did that.
Yep.
And what is Blues? 5th round?
Fifth round.
So you got a 5th round draft pick that is already labeled lazy. That's not good.
And he's a running back at that.
Yeah, that's not good.
Not good. All right. We got 90 players. Tyler Booker, all right. Starter all day long. Rookie, right guard. Cool Cowboy would think.
yeah, it's undisputed. If you draft someone 12 overall, they better be a starter. Like they have to be the starter. And let's hope he can not have too much of a difficulty transitioning because I don't know if you heard, but a lot of the Alabama O linemen they struggle in the NFL. So hopefully he'll be the outlier, just like Landon Dickerson in Philadelphia. But I think he'll be fine though. He's obviously gonna have his rookie moments, but I think in the end he'll be fine. I don't think he's gonna be like those other players, but we'll see.
Tyler Booker for you, Uncensored?
I think we're gonna see some growing pains, but he seems to have the right mentality to play guard. He's got that mentality. I want to put every player in front of me on their ass. I like whether he can do it or not. I like the fact that he's like, I want players to not want to play football after playing with me. Or I'm paraphrasing that obviously, but that's the mentality that you want out of a guard, out of that trench guys. They got to have a little meanness to them, a little nastiness. So I'm hoping that he comes out of the gate, but he can get some grace, especially the first half of the season as he figure out what it's like to be a pro.
We need Connor Riley. We need Clayton Adams. We need them to be on point with our rookie, all right? Growing pains will happen as a rookie. I mean, we've seen it, but I need Tyler Booker to be ready, all right? Book it for Booker, coaches, all right? Andrew Booth Jr., the Clemson corner who we traded Nashawn right away for with the Minnesota Vikings, has struggled tremendously. You look at the corner situation, Is there a chance that Andrew Booth Jr. and there's someone's watching TV in the background? Is there a chance that Andrew Booth Jr. can make this team? Cool Cowboy.
I'm just gonna say no, man. He has not shown us any promise at all. Honestly, the only possible way I see him making this team is if he has a tremendous impact on special teams, because he ain't gonna do it as a corner. I mean, as thin as this corner group is, he's just so bad, man. He gets burned on the simplest of routes, and he's a former first round pick, and he's just been a bust, a very big bust. So as he does not contribute heavily on special teams, then I think he's out of there.
Okay. Uncensored.
He had a chance to make this team just because of the injuries from last year.
Right.
I mean, you got to consider that a lot. We got a lot of players coming off of ACLs, and until they get into training camp and start getting full loads put on them, we don't know how what players might need more rest, which players are going to be, what their snap percentages are going to be, or anything like that. So I'm thinking that if we have players that are still, coming back from injury and aren't fully on schedule, he can. But if everybody's healthy, I don't see I don't see a spot on the roster for him.
That's a good point, Uncensored. I hope Andrew Booth Jr. is far, far away from this team. I was high on him as a second-round pick. I was super high on him. And the Minnesota Vikings drafted him. We got him because he didn't work out over there. He's not working out over here. It was basically garbage for garbage trade, and it's time to take out this garbage, all right? Andrew Booth Jr., sayonara. All right, here we go. Jalen Brooks is interesting for me. Does he finally be the guy that we need him to be? Can he step up? I mean, you look at it, we've been screaming for number 2, CeeDee Lambs, George Pickens, Kavontae Turpin, Jalen Brooks. Is it time for him to beat out Jalen Tolbert? Can he do it, Uncensored?
He better be able to do it, because I don't understand why he would stay on the team if he can't. I mean, you got to, at some point in time, what is he on, year 3 at least? I think it's 3. So
Yeah,
year 3 is his make or break year, or he needs to put something on tape to show that he's worth keeping, or it's time to move on.
Yep.
He's got to, because I don't see the point if you keep in Tolbert and you got Pickens and Lamb. At that point, you might as well start bringing in some other talent to see if you can, in case you can't re-sign Pickens, you have a legit number 2 sitting somewhere in the wing.
Nope, I agree. Cool Cowboy.
Unless something drastic happens, honestly, I think he's out of there. As much as I don't like Jalen Tolbert, last year he put up a 600-yard season. And how many touchdowns? Yeah, he had 7. Like, Jalen Brooks hasn't done near any of that. Like, last year, he only had, I think, 170 yards. And I don't think he even had a touchdown. Maybe he did. So he just hasn't shown us anything. But to be fair, he is a 7th-round pick. I didn't expect much out of him. But unless, like, maybe the only way he makes it if we have injuries to the receiver room. Because otherwise, I just don't see him.
No, I don't see it either. I was a big Jalen Brooks fan, but a real tall guy. He's actually, I think he's taller than 6'2", but he has the potential. There's that word, Uncensored. He has the potential to take it off, and he just hasn't. He's bashful. All right, Ernest Brown the 4th. I don't know this guy at all. Does anybody know Ernest Brown the 4th?
I've never heard that name before.
I didn't even know he was on the team. I Googled him actually just now because I was like, who is that? And he hasn't even recorded a sack in the league. So I think he's not going to make it.
How long has he been in the league? 3?
3 years. He's 26 years old.
How many snaps has he played? Are you able to see that?
I'm not on the Cowboys roster, no. Probably not many. All right, Here, Josh Butler coming off an ACL injury. This is a corner that was playing at a high level last year and got hurt. It got hurt. What is y'all's expectation for Josh Butler? Can he pick up where he left off, or does this injury ACL curse continue? Cool, Cowboy.
We have to see, but honestly, I don't think he'll ever be the same as he was in that Washington game because for cornerbacks, ACL tears, like they mess him up really bad. And he's 31 years of age, so that's around the time where they start to take a step back.
He's 28. He's 28.
Oh, he's
31 is
28.
his
Oh,
jersey
okay.
number.
Oh, that was his number. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. It's tricky though. We'll have to see. But you remember when Diggs got injured? He just hasn't been the same since.
That's true too. That's the Cowboys curse. Uncensored, what do you think?
God, I like the way Butler plays corner. I like an aggressive corner, and not like aggressive as taking chances, but aggressive as far as sticking with the wide receiver and making a play on the ball when it's in his area. I think it's going to be a slow start back for him. If people are thinking that he's going to be like he was, the 2 or 3 games before he got injured, I'm not seeing that coming off an ACL, and it's usually a 2-year injury. 1 year recovery, 1 year to trust and get back in confidence with that knee. So I think the mindset will still be there. I think the hunger will still be there, but I think it's going to take some time for him to fully trust that knee.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to take hopefully only a couple weeks, but I can see the first half of the season him struggling just to have confidence on the knee. The fear is that you're going to tear it again. So he's going to be a little bit timid on it. Hopefully he gets some time in preseason if he's back for that. I don't know what his return table was. I think he got injured pretty early in the season, the first third of the season, I believe.
Yeah, I think he got hurt in the middle of the season.
Yeah, so hopefully he's back at training camp and he can get some reps in the preseason to kind of build that confidence. So the first time he's touching field isn't, full steam ahead. But I like Josh Butler. I hope he works out.
For me, guys, hear me out. Josh Butler didn't get fined for being away like Trayvon Diggs did. So we're going to find out if Trayvon Diggs is a genius. Because if Trayvon Diggs comes back from this knee injury and looks like the Trayvon Diggs that we know, and Josh Butler looks like Michael Gallup, Jabril Cox, these guys that haven't came back right, Trayvon Diggs is going to prove Jerry Jones wrong. That's where I'm at with this.
Hey, before we move off of Butler, is he on our team next year? Or is this his contract year?
It might be his contract year.
Okay.
Cool Cowboy is pretty fast at searching stuff up. Let me go to Over the Cap real quick. Overthecap.com. Search. All right. We're going to go to teams. We're going to go to Dallas Cowboys. And we're going to go to 2026. And I'm looking for Josh Butler now.
You can use the search in the upper left corner and just type in Josh Butler. It'll pull it.
He's a free agent next year.
He's a free agent.
Oh, that sucks.
He'll probably get snatched up if he comes back. Well, he'll get snatched up real quick.
Okay. Whew. Paris Campbell, wide receiver. He's one of our free agency moves back in the spring. All right. Former Eagle, 6-foot wide receiver, 200 pounds. He's 28 years old, 7 years of experience out of Ohio State. Is that Uncensored College? I think that's Uncensored College.
That is my team.
Break down Paris Campbell for us, Uncensored.
I don't think he's going to be on this team come week 1. And the reason I say that is because Ohio State they push out a lot of wide receivers. If you want a wide receiver, you're gonna go out of Ohio State. And when they get to the NFL, they either feast or famine. There is no in between with Ohio State wide receivers when they come into the NFL. They're either you're 1 and 2 or they are out of the league. And the fact that he is on this team, and I think he's number 6 on the depth chart at wide
Mhm.
receiver.
Mhm.
He's not gonna make this team. I think he's underperformed in the pros. Um, he was decent in Ohio State, but he's underperformed in the pros, and there's no capital behind him to give him any type of security to stay on this team unless he flashes. And when I say flash, he has to jump out to where people are like, "Yo, who's this? Who's this guy?" Because I think they're locked in as far as our starting three, with Tolbert being the third, and then you got Turpin. So that fifth and possible sixth roster spot, I don't see him making it.
Okay. Fifth quarter Cowboys just joined up with us. I'll be right with you in the second, fifth. Cool Cowboy, do you know much about Paris Campbell?
Yeah, he's a second round pick, and like I'm saying, that he hasn't been good, man. I'd say to say it. I don't see him making this team at all because he's like older too. Like even if like when I said earlier for Brooks to make the team, there needs to be an injury. Even I don't think that's going to save Campbell because Campbell is like one of the oldest players in the receiver room. He's like 28, and he really hasn't done anything. His best season was in 2022, 600 yards, and after that, it's been very downhill. Like he hardly last year he caught 3 catches, 30 yards, and a touchdown, or 6 catches actually. So he just hasn't done anything. So yeah, I don't think he's much long. He's gonna be here much longer.
Fifth quarter Cowboys, what's up, Brody?
What's up? What's going on, man?
What's up, Fitz?
We're just trying to get familiar with this roster before training camp starts on Tuesday. We've already went through a handful of players, or more than a handful of players already. Do you have any insight on Paris Campbell, fifth quarter?
I don't even know who that is.
Right. He I think he went for the Eagles, went to the Saints, did he play for the Saints? I could be wrong there. I know he played for the Eagles. Now he plays for the Cowboys.
For the Colts, that's where he
The
spent the bulk
Colts.
of his career.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of him, but I will say this. I don't know how much it means, but that damn Miles Sanders looking. He's in pretty good shape. He's looking real healthy right now. Like I said, I don't know how much it would mean, but dude looking like he's looking in pretty good shape, man.
We'll talk about him. He's coming up.
Okay.
All right. The next one on the list, Kayla Carson, number 21. All right. Now, these corners, man, there should be a lot of competition here because there's a lot of guys hurt. Can Carson, who's coming off an injury, can he come in here fifth and turn his season around? Because when I was seeing him, he was getting burnt like toast. I thought that was Brandon Carr out there. What do you think about old seatbelt Carson?
Well, he didn't look good, man, and maybe it was coaching. I don't know, but he wasn't looking good. We need him to be healthy. I'll say that because we don't know what's going to go on with these guys coming off these injuries, and Trayvon got a little stuff going on with the organization. So we need him to be healthy. And, if he had to step in, he got to be way more productive than he was because he was getting burnt. Every time the camera was on him, the receiver already had the ball and was way in front of him. He needed to be better. He was not good, man. I don't know what it was, but he wasn't good. So regardless, the fact that he's still on the team, he has to be better because we need good depth, man, on that on the cornerback position because we know what's been going on with the injuries and all that. So regardless of how what we think, we need him to be better, man. So hopefully he can take a step in the right direction this year.
Yes, I agree with that. Cool Cowboy, Kayla Carson.
As for him making the team, even though he had such a disastrous rookie year, because like so many of our guys coming back from injury, I think he'll stay on the roster. But as for him turning his career around, I mean, he's gonna have to perform
really, really well in the preseason, and if he gets put into a game, he cannot get burned like he did last year. Because it seemed like he couldn't cover anyone, man. It was disastrous last year. It was one of the and I remember everyone was hyping him up in the half season like everyone usually does with these rookies, but he has to do better. That last year was pretty pathetic, if I say so myself.
Uncensored.
Yeah, I'm not impressed with Caleb right now. Again, he's probably he's it's a chance that he makes the team based off of injuries.
Right.
And that's the sad part is that there may be players that aren't good enough to help this team out that might have to make the team at least for the first couple of weeks until other players are ready to come back.
Mm.
And that might lead to struggles in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Caleb. I don't have much good to say about him at all. I didn't see anything really that stood out positive about him while he was on the field.
Right. Right. We got a super chat from Mike Ballerana. He said Deuce Vaughn needs to go ASAP. Wasted roster spot. Mike, I appreciate the super chat. We're going to get to old Deuce here really quick, too. So just hang on tight. Thanks for that super chat. And then Aguilar said seatbelt more like unbuckled. So this one is unique here. This is Sadiq Charles, number 77. This guy retired, all right? I think he's young too. I think he's only 25 years old. He was a guard out of LSU. All right, he retired and he stepped away from football, and now he's back with the Dallas Cowboys. Where did he go? I think he went to like the Commanders or something. And he was like, or the Giants. He went somewhere to a week or kind of like what Michael Gallup did. Was like, no, I'm just gonna hold out of here. Let me retire real quick. So he came back and signed with the Dallas Cowboys. He came out of retirement. There's supposed to be a lot of excitement around this guy. He was supposed to be really good. Besides that, does anybody else know anything about Sadiq Charles?
I think he was at Washington, but
It was Washington where he retired. I think it was.
He went to the Titans too.
Yeah, I don't know much.
But I'll be honest with you though, I really don't know how well he played, but we just have a lot of depth on his own line. So unless he really impresses, I don't think he's gonna make the team.
That's the expectation, though. Is he's supposed to? Like the
Really?
bars for him is set high. Oh yeah.
I didn't know he. So he was like a starter.
Yeah. He there was a lot of potential. But when was he drafted? Hold on. Let me see here. Hold on.
2020, he was drafted.
What round?
Give me 1 second.
I think he was drafted
fourth round.
high.
2020, fourth round, 108th overall.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a lot of excitement around this guy. A lot of excitement. Fourth round's pretty damn good. I mean, that's middle of the pack drafting there. Eyeballs are on him for me.
Are we saying he can't be a backup tackle to come in and play a game or two if one of our tackles go down? Can he be a swing tackle? I know he's a left tackle, but can he?
He's
swing?
a guard at the moment. Cowboys got him listed as a guard.
He played left tackle before.
Yeah.
So maybe position flex gets him a little bit of an edge.
I think you're right. Damone Clark, guys, Mr. Back, number 18, just completely disappeared last year. Did we see the last of Damone Clark as he cut at these 90-man cuts? Fifth quarter. Uncensored.
I'm pulling up his contract right now. Damone Clark, if they cut him today, he's only costs $60,000 to the cap.
He gone.
I heard they saved
I have never
a
seen
bit of money.
the cap hits that low. $60,000 is his cap hit. They say $3.4 million if they cut him.
Get this man out of here.
So I think we're on the consensus that he's gone.
He's
camp body.
Let's be honest, man. Like All he was, even when he was a starter, he was just a dude who got burned and just made a crap ton of tackles like 5 yards in. Like that's not impressive at all. Like I agree, get him out of here.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. AJ Cornelius. All right. We drafted this guy. Danny Savage, the draft guru, Cowboys blog, another draft guru. They were very high on Cornelius. All right. The expectation is he's supposed to replace Terrence Steele. All right. So we're hoping that this rookie can keep up here. Jalen Cropper, all right, Mr. Training Camp starter, stand out, Mr. Highlight Reel for the training camps. Cool Cowboy, what's your expectation for Jalen Cropper?
He's been a practice squad dude the past few years, but
Oh, and by the way, we got Dallas Cowboy fan 1980 in the house. My bad.
80
Shout out to
in the
1980.
house.
what's up, 80?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, man. Honestly, I think he's out of here, man. We got 2 UDFA receivers, and this guy, he was a UDFA, by the way, Jalen Cropper, and he's been basically hanging around the roster, barely making it to the practice squad, and he hasn't done anything. Like, honestly, we know who he is. It's been a couple years since he's been here, so I would get him out of here and let the younger guys maybe see if they have more upside than this dude, because he hasn't shown anything.
What about you, Fifth?
You know what I like about I saw another guy. He might have been a left tackle. I don't know. I think his name was Robert. Maybe I might be tripping.
Rob Jones.
Just speaking on the offensive line, we got a lot of depth on the O line this year, bro. And
Yep.
with Brock Hoppin, with Robert, what's your other boy name you like over there on the left side? You always say his name.
Seen Richards.
Austin Richards.
There you go. Him. Yeah, you like him. They pretty stacked, man. And I think you got to have a real conversation about Terrence Steele if he don't show any improvement early on. I mean, like 4 games in. If he's not showing any improvement, and if this guy shines at training camp, a conversation has to be had, brother. If you still want to protect Dak, from that side in the pass or whatever, there's a conversation that might have to be had if Terrence Steele don't show no improvement, within the first 4 games. In my opinion, to be honest with you, he has to be good versus Philly.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think a real conversation might have to be had about that guy if Terrence Steele don't show any improvement, bro.
Yeah. I like that. Moving on to Trayvon Diggs, uncensored. Can he come back? Can he come back from injury and play at a high level? That's where we're at with Diggs. How old is Diggs now? My goodness, he's 26. He's still young. Can he come back and play at a high level? Uncensored.
Yeah, he can come back and play at a high level. I don't think Diggs is as bad as people bash on him. Diggs is at least a top 15 cornerback in this league. Even last year, where he wasn't living up to his all-time height, I think that's what people hold you to your greatness. And when he came out and with all those interceptions, people expected that to be every single year. But that was a historic season for a cornerback. The same thing with Bland. That was a historic season. That is not the norm for even the greats don't have that consistently. So if you can get Diggs back and he can get you 4 interceptions, maybe 5, that's probably a solid season for him. What I want to see though is the catch percentage around him on the guy that he's manned up with. That needs to drop.
Yeah.
That would tell me that he's improving as a cornerback more so than 8, 9, 10 interceptions. But you got a catch percentage of you 60, 70%. If he can get that down to 50-50 or less, but with his injury, I hope that the rehab works out for him. I truly do, because when Diggs is playing good, this defense is going to be good.
I agree with that. Man, we gotta knock these players out. There's a lot of players still.
Yeah.
Holy smokes! We're gonna swing through this. Kerry Elam. Traded for him for the Bills. Cool Cowboy, what's your expectation?
You just want to focus on the players that are bubble instead of the hardcore starters and stuff.
Yeah, we'll do that. Elam, is he a bubble player? Cool Cowboy?
Honestly, I don't think so actually, because we even though he did not play well, we traded for him, and we need depth, man. That cornerback room is so injured, man. Like we need depth, and I feel like even though he hasn't been that good, he's still been better than Kalen Carson for sure. So honestly, I think he's gonna stick around.
I like that. I like that. Preston Font uncensored. What do you think about him? The tight end.
He will be a non-factor. Probably practice squad guy.
Practice squad.
In all
Tennessee
honesty,
guy.
He's not going to go for Schoolmaker, Spanford, or Ferguson. Neither one of those. So he's practice squad at best. It might be cut.
I like it. Fifth quarter Cowboy. I got one for you. Ryan Flournoy. What do you think he's going to do in his third year?
That was your boy, wasn't it?
It used to be, yeah. Once upon a time. I don't know what the hell happened.
I to be honest with you, his best bet is just to try to make the team, just try to make the 53, because let's be honest, we know who the spotlight is on. I don't even think he's not even your third or fourth option. You know, he was a 6th-round pick, and his best bet is just try to make the team, because you still got Tobin in front of him, Turpin in front of him, and his best bet is just to try to make the team. He needs to come out in preseason and put on a spectacle, man, if you want to be a part of the team, because it's easy to get lost in the shuffle when the spotlight is already on people up ahead of you. So his best bet is just to come out and put on a decent show, because I've seen some things from him. But like I said, it's easy to get lost in the shuffle when their stars already established, and then you got people behind the stars, and then it's you. So his best bet is just, I look at Ryan Flournoy like Lance Lenoir. I look at him like Lance Lenoir. His best bet is try to make the team, or he get lost in the shuffle, bro, and be team to team, practice squad to practice squad, honestly, if you don't, show something in preseason, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I need Ryan Flournoy to step the hell up. Buddy Johnson, I'll speak on Buddy Johnson. Special teams guy. I think he can. Matt Eberflus, linebacker coach at heart. Buddy Johnson, there might be some good things there. That might be a good marriage. You look at our linebacker core back in the day. Matt Eberflus was here. Anthony Hitchens, Bruce Carter, Sean Lee, these guys. I think Matt Eberflus can work with a guy like Buddy Johnson. Don't be surprised if Buddy Johnson is making plays in the preseason. Keep an eye on that name, Buddy Johnson. All right, cool Cowboy. Your guy is going to be Hunter Lemke. With all these players and all this good stuff, does Hunter Lemke have a chance? Or is he on the bubble?
I think he's on the bubble, because the only reason why he was even in the 53 is because Mike McCarthy for some reason loved fullbacks, so he would always make the team because he was the only fullback on the team. But I feel like for fullback packages now, they'll just use a tight end like most other teams have been doing. And honestly, let's be honest, what has he shown us? I don't think he's shown us much in terms of upside. So I honestly feel like he's going to be out of here.
Jonathan Mingo for Uncensored. They traded a 4th-round pick last year. Is he a bubble player this year with this new coaching staff, Uncensored?
I think he's your 4th wide receiver. I think that they gave up a draft pick last year halfway through the season, which isn't fair really to any player to come into a season, especially with the chaos of the Dallas Cowboys. So they're going to give him an off season and a full season, I think. So I don't expect much out of him, but I do think he makes his team.
Okay. 5th quarter Cowboys. Your guy is John Stevens Jr. Mr. I can't stay healthy.
Yeah, I was
Is
just
it?
about to say, I don't think. Oh man, he can't stay on the damn. No, I don't even think he makes the cut this year, bro.
Does it go off like what Uncensored said about Preston Font? Like,
Yes.
is there's like Branford, Ferguson, Schoonmaker? There's just too much there.
Yeah, it just I was it just like I said, lost in the shuffle because you already got guys that can stay healthy and that know how to play. So I just don't think it'll be worth the investment when you already got other talent that you can say, well, we're gonna let him go because we still got Spanford and we still got Fergie and we still got Stonemaker. So I just don't think financially it'll be that it'll just it's something the Cowboys will do. I think he's out of here, bro.
Hey, fifth. I
Yo,
take back this is the lowest dead money cap hit I've ever seen. I thought
right.
60,000. If they cut him, they only owe him $1,000.
That's a penny to Jerry.
That is a rounding error in the Dallas Cowboys.
Wow.
That's a decimal point. $1,000 is dead money if you cut him.
That's a grain of sand to $1 million.
He out of here,
Holy
bro.
smokes!
Is it the tight end? Is it the tight end?
Yeah,
Yeah. Stevens at the tight end. Yeah.
John Stevens Jr. He better step it up. He better shape it up.
You know
But
who
hey,
else
guys,
needs to get out of here? Oh, never mind.
What's that? Go ahead.
This better be the year Deuce Vaughn gets out here. By the way, if he stays another year,
Oh yeah,
holy crap,
thank
I'll be
you for
mad.
bringing that up. Deucey. I didn't even see him on the roster. How did I skip over him? Did he get cut and without me knowing?
No, he's unfortunately still here.
I didn't see him on that roster. I would have talked about it because
Yeah,
Mike
he's
sent the
there.
super chat.
Honestly, what a waste of a draft
$66,000.
pick, man. Like, I still can't believe we got that guy, bro.
That's a nepotism pick.
Yeah, of course. Mighty Mouse, you better be running your way out of here.
Even Deuce
Yeah.
Vaughn, he was never utilized the right way. He's a gadget player, and they never put the right gadgets for that type of player. You can't run Deuce Vaughn like a regular running back. You got that scat back package type stuff where everything is in motion and moving around, and he can get out in the field and move. They ran him between the tackles a couple times, which is insane.
Ridiculous. Incompetent McCarthy.
Yep, that is bad coaching right there.
I want Deuce Vaughn as far away as we could throw him. He's a small guy. We could throw him pretty damn far. All right.
Deuce Vaughn played 4.4% of the offensive snaps, 17 rushing attempts last year for 70 yards for an average of 4.1 yards. He also caught 3 passes for 18 yards for an average of 6. That was Deuce Vaughn.
And his rookie year was even worse. He got 23 carries for 40 yards, 1.7 yards per carry, 0 touchdowns.
Yep.
When I seen Deuce Vaughn his rookie year against the Lions in 2023, a couple days before New Year's. Dude, he's all 5'5". He's shorter than 5'5", right? And then it was just him and TP, and I think he only got 1 yard that game. Like that's what I got to witness. That was my Deuce Vaughn experience.
What if they put Deuce Vaughn and Turpin on kickoffs at the exact same time or punt formation and had them cross each other's face? Just to make those gunners have to stutter.
I'm gonna keep it. I love it, but I hate it. I don't want none of this potential ball get on the ground moments.
Yeah.
And Deuce Vaughn just get his fucking head slaughtered.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he'll fumble, bro. He'll fumble that ball away.
You ever watch the Little Giants movie when the guy tucks his head into his shoulder pads and they tackle him and they have his helmet? That's what I picture Deuce Vaughn on the same field with Turpin.
Man, I just have a crush on Icebox.
Hey, she looks pretty good, man. Nowadays,
I'm glad you said that. Nowadays.
Oh yeah.
You know what sense of love is snow bunnies.
Hey man, I play in the snow. I play in the snow. I play in the rain. Everything.
Oh,
But
what's the rain?
like I tell you all the time, man. I will marry black.
Rain,
Mhm.
sleet, or snow, I'll make her my. Wait a minute. Here we go.
Oh
All
my!
right. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's get back to talking crazy on the corner of crazy and Cowboys. We got
It
Cool
almost got
Cowboy in
real
here.
crazy.
We got Uncensored in here. We got fifth quarter Cowboys. Nate Dogg. Thomas said, "What's up?" to me earlier. What's up? What's up? Brando, the best moderator in the game. Thomas, there he is, right there. 1980 was in the house today. How do you say that name? I can't read. Is that fancy? How do
Clavage,
you read?
clavage.
Clavage. All right. I was going to say collage, but that wasn't right. All right, here we go. Let's get talking crazy here. You ready?
All right.
All right, what is it?
Fifth quarter Cowboys.
Yeah, brother.
Should the starters play in the preseason?
Every single one of them.
Mm.
The last 2 games, they should get some snaps, especially the quarterback. You haven't played football in so long. Get your ass out there. They should play. Tyler Guy needs snaps. Dak
Yes.
Prescott needs snaps. They need to play. I'm serious. They need Osa and Mozzie. They need more snaps just to see what they're looking like this year with the other guy. You need more snaps with your rookie defensive ends to see what you got. They need. I don't care if you play Osa just a little bit. To be honest with you, Dak Prescott needs to play more than Osa, in my opinion. They have to play, especially Dak Prescott and Tyler Guyton. They have to play. And plus, if you got your starter quarterback out there, you're going to have your first team O-line. Yes, they need to play. The last 2 games, Dak Prescott need to play ball, man. Don't give me this first game shit when you come out there against the Eagles and get your bell wrong, bro. Go out there and play ball. Yes, he needs to play. Who the hell he think he is? Dak Prescott needs to play ball. They need to play. The starters need to play. Hell, give us a little CeeDee Lamb and Pickens early. Just a few, just a couple. But yes, they need to play. This is BS, man. They haven't done anything. They haven't won nothing. Get y'all butt out there and play ball, man.
Cool Cowboy, what do you think? Should the starters play preseason?
Yeah, of course. Not obviously not the whole game, but they need snaps, man. Because every time this week runs the same issue. They start off slow. They're rusty. They are slow on offense. They get gashed on defense. Why? Because they're just like I said, they're rusty. Like every other team, they have their starters play at least a couple series. These guys need to do the same thing. Like I don't wanna hear the injury excuse. Like you don't have to play them that long, but at least get their feet a little bit wet, if you know what I mean. Like,
Oh yeah.
come on, man. Like I hope to see them at least a little bit this year, but I doubt it. But we'll see.
Uncensored, the floor is yours.
I want to see him out there game 1 for a series, game 2 for a quarter, game 3 for a half. And you can mix and match and move them around. But I want to see starters on the field to get ready for this season. They've tried it the other way for years, sitting there starters, and then we see week 1, week 2, week 3, boneheaded, dumb mistakes, lack of discipline penalties because they are not in sync. You cannot replicate game time play in practice in scrimmages. As much as they want to lie to everybody and tell that they're getting the reps in mentally and stuff, you have to get out there and get the cadence down and the tempo of an actual game where there are consequences if you false start. There are consequences if you jump off sides or hold or miss the play. In practice, there's no consequence if your left tackle forgets a snap count and he's a half a second late getting off the ball because they can't touch Dak Prescott. The running backs, they run, they get tapped on the shoulder, and then they finish the play. They still run downfield. Even if that guard is slow out his block. A missed snap, they don't back him. They back him up 5 yards, but there's no real penalty to it. They have to get these players on the field. And injuries are part of the game. If you lose somebody, I'd rather you do it the right way, trying to get this team prepared for success.
You know, I'm in all agreement with you guys. I think for me, there's 6 positions starters that have to play, period. Maybe 7 if you count the quarterback. That should be an automatic, right? I didn't count that. O-line, continuity. Corners, high competition. Linebackers, high competition. Defensive tackle should be very high competition. Strong safety, high competition. Free safety, high competition. Those 6 positions should be on that field way more than anybody out there outside of the quarterback spot, because Dak Prescott coming off injury should be there, period.
Mhm.
I don't think they should play all 3 games. I think they should play like 4 or 5 series against the Rams, and then play like a half against the Ravens, because I think the Ravens' talent is better. And then I don't think playing against the Falcons benefits anybody, because I think it's weaker talent, right? Let me play 4 or 5 series against the Rams. Give me a half against the Ravens, because if they play their starters, I mean, that's iron versus iron right there in the preseason, guys.
Right. Agreed. I
Here
think
we
we
go.
all
We got
Yeah.
need to play.
we got
Yeah,
another super chat here.
I just want him up out on the field competing.
Yeah,
What's that
Mike.
super chat about, man?
Mike with another super chat, $4.99 right here. How do we think Schottenheimer is going to do this year? I have a bad feeling he's going to be Jason Garrett 2.0. He's going to be another yes man. Uncensored, I'll let you answer this question first. I'll save myself for last.
I think I got high hopes for Schottenheimer, and not so much as his record, but as turning this team around slowly but surely throughout the season. I think that he is going to end up getting the players to buy into his philosophy as the season go on, but I don't think he has the players that can change this organization for the right way on this team just yet. I think you have to give him a couple seasons to continue to draft his philosophy and his mentality type players. So I think he's going to make some bad decisions as a head coach, because when that pressure is on and it's 4 minutes to go and you're down by 10, and you got to get in the defensive coordinator's ear and say, this is what we're doing, get me the ball back. And when you got to get on the offense to put together a 4-minute drive to bleed the clock out, and you try to get too damn cute because you want to show everybody that I wasn't just a Jerry pick me hire, I actually earned this position, and you try to do something cute, he's going to cost you a game or 2 this season. But my goal is to just evaluate Shotty and see if he is changing fundamentally the way this team plays football, and establish an identity that you can carry over from one year to the next, because we haven't had that in a very, very long time.
Cool Cowboy. Right here, Mike with the super chat. How do we think Schottenheimer's going to do this year, his first year? I have a bad feeling he's going to be a Jason Garrett 2.0. He's going to be another yes man.
Yeah, this year I predicted in my record it's not gonna go well. Even if he like Uncensored said, even if he is like really good to start off, we just don't have the players. They don't have the talent. But as for him, the coach himself, ooh, it's really hard to say. I mean, so far it's been nothing but positive. But that's always like that in the offseason. It should be like that. If you're having problems in the offseason, then your season's probably already over. Let's be honest. It's the honeymoon phase, but we'll have to see how he is during clutch moments and 2-minute drills, his play calling and stuff. But I hope he just gets better as the year goes on. I just want to see, like on Scissors said, slowly but surely improvement. Because if he gets worse as the year goes on, or he stays the same, then that's not good.
Fifth quarter Cowboys.
Man, I think he's gonna try to be aggressive just to, try to show, a difference with the team, and I think it's gonna hurt him more than it's gonna help him, because you can be aggressive, but that don't mean it's a good thing. Like, you can go into a fight being aggressive with them windmill punches and get your ass whooped. So I think he's gonna try to be more aggressive than he is. trying to be smart, just to try to be a different type of coach. But I still think lack of experience as a head coach is still gonna overshadow things. And not to say that he won't get it together, but I think it's gonna be some rough bumps with his first year. It's his first time being a head coach. He's been there, but man, it's different when you got all this going on. Then you got a few distractions going on, and your quarterback coming off an injury. You got a couple of positions on the O line that you're not sure of at both tackle positions. It's gonna be rough for him, man. It's gonna be rough for him. You're gonna be some ups and downs and good and bad, but I don't see it being like just. I don't see it being like just a complete flop season to the point like stink to where we only win like 5 or 6 games. I don't think it's gonna be that bad. I'm gonna still stick by my 10 wins that I got with them, but it's gonna be some trials and tribulations with Shoddy, man.
I like everybody's thoughts. Of course, I got my building culture hat on. All right. What I like about Schottenheimer here, and I'm going to talk about the bad too. But here's 4 good things that I like about Schottenheimer that I really think can be a really positive thing in this corner. All right. He's sat on this team for 3 years. He's not a stranger to this team. I think he knows this team pretty damn good. Maybe not the defense so much, but I think he's been doing this golf and and dinners and stuff, trying to get on this defense side. Micah Parsons, out of respect for him, showed up to these mini camps and training in OTAs and stuff like that. So there's something building there as a rookie head coach to get Micah Parsons on board. The new leader of the defense, I think, is big. So, him knowing this offense, I think that helps him, right? Knowing that Mike McCarthy didn't manage games like he was supposed to, I think he learned from that, right? He, as an offensive coordinator, sitting next to your play calling head coach, I think he was able to digest a lot of that, all right? His high energy, a player's coach, all right? High energy players, coaches do well in the National Football League. They just do. I shared a clip in the group chat last night on purpose because we talk about how strict Jimmy was this, Jimmy was that. Jimmy wanted his players to have fun, and Troy Aikman said Jimmy had fun himself. So high energy, players coach, those type of guys, they go have fun, right? Obviously, that was the 92 documentary, Win the Super Bowl. That was their first Super Bowl. So they were talking about having fun before they won their Super Bowl. So, high energy, players coach, that stuff works. And then Marty Schottenheimer was a coach for many years. So being able to learn from your dad, right? Jason Garrett, his dad being a scout, I think that kind of helped them, build this roster up as big, like as much as he did with this, getting the O-line in here, getting Dez in here, getting that running game in here. So I think his that influence helped Jason Garrett a lot with his dad being a scout. So and then his brother was scouts and stuff. But when on the head coaching thing with Marty, I think Brian Schottenheimer, with those 4 things that I mentioned, I think he can have a lot of good things. Now, again, rookie head coach. Does he carry, or does he want to carry a big stick? Does he want to show a big swing and slong in week 1 against these Eagles, right? Does he want to show that? Or does he not? Does he say what he did in the press conference and not change? He said he's seen a lot of coaches change and it didn't work out for him. So does he change later on? Let's say he tastes some success. Does his head get big, right? So, there's some things that we got to wait and see. But looking at it, sat for 3 years behind this team, not a rookie to it, high energy players coach, dad was a coach. I kind of like that formula there. What do you guys think?
I think when you can been around the game for that long, but actually being in charge is just a different. It's almost like working at a plant for 15 years and they finally give you a supervisor position. And you're like, oh shit. It was different when I was on the floor. My job was easy. Now I'm calling the shots. Like, it's a little different, So, like I said, I think because of that, it's going to be trials and tribulations. And just being the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, period, comes with a lot. Just being a part of the organization, being under Jerry and, what he's created over there. And then, he's kind of get thrown to the wolves because he's playing a lot of good teams this year, man. So, it's going to be a lot of, on the jump training. And I think experience only helps moments that aren't crucial, but your head coaching experience is what gets you over the hump when you're in a very close game against another good competitor. And I don't think he has that yet, but I think he eventually will have, because he seems like he's determined to prove that he can be the head coach of a team. But he's going to have a lot of, bad moments against other coaches, better coaches, man. But I'm rooting for him, man, because he's the head coach of the Cowboys. So hopefully, he get it together and be successful with them.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a lot of more successful coordinators that have struggled at a head coach position. So I don't want to put too much on his shoulders, because this is a huge step up for him over his role that he's had over the last 3 years. Like he wasn't even calling plays, and now he can call defensive plays if he feels like it. He has total control over the direction that this team has on game day. So I've seen better coaches, better coordinators, I'll say, take on head coaching jobs and can't get it done. So if he comes out like Fifth said, and he tries to be aggressive and prove that he earned the job instead of showing it over the course of time, then people are. I said it a couple of months ago. I was like, he has the potential to be a 1-year head coach if he fucks it up too much, because there's going to be names out in the coaching bracket this offseason that Cowboy fans, they want everything with a shiny name on it. So
Cool, Cowboy. You quiet over there. What do you think?
Honestly, you know what? I forgot to mention him when I was talking. I hope he cleans up the penalty issue, man. It's been so long since we haven't
Yes.
been the league leaders in penalties, and it's so annoying, man. It always sets us back, and I just hope we're not top 5 highest in penalties again for I don't know. Has it been over a decade since we haven't? It's been a long time. So hopefully he can fix that.
if he can fix that, I would give him a second year just on that, because that's been
Right.
systemic. That's been a problem across multiple head coaches, multiple quarterbacks, players, everything. That's been a long issue.
When you look at it, Mike McCarthy, I don't think ever had control of his team, because 1 minute he's saying, well, we focused too much on game plan. We didn't focus on penalties. We focused too much on penalties and not enough on game plan. We weren't prepared here. We weren't prepared there. I think the team was iffy on him. So I think when fifth quarter brought up the factory analogy, I've done a lot of jobs, but my work ethic's good. All right, here we go. I used to work at a factory. All right, when I was fresh out of high school. June 13th, 2009 was my start date at Tyson Foods in Vernon, Texas. All right, and I got being young, I got a green hat, which means I ran my own line at 19 years old, and I got a documentary, and maybe I can share it with you guys, but I got a documentary on it. They made one for me. But when I got that position, right, we became, not overnight, it took time, but we became the number one night shift line. And it took me to have respect for my elders, obviously, right? I didn't go in with the big head. Look, I'm 19. You guys suck. I'm the boss. You ain't, right? And so it was caring for my people, because it was there was 10 people I looked over, and there were 6 women and there was 4 guys, and I took care of those 10 people. If their back hurt, hey, go open up those packages. We'll rerun those. Let me work for you here real quick. We worked as a team, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So as long as Schottenheimer can come in here, when that's why I've been applauding what he's doing, because I've been there as a young guy, and whenever you get out of high school and you get that job, and people in their 60s are saying, hey, Mike, can I go use the bathroom? The hell you asking me for? Go use the damn bathroom. You're 60 years old. You don't got to ask me to go use the damn bathroom. Just tell me to take your spot. You got to go tinkle, And so it's how you approach it, I guess is my point here. It's how you approach it. I could have been the hothead 19-year-old, and our line would amount to shit. But I wasn't. I was a team guy, and we were the number one line on night shift. It's all about your approach, people, period. He has to have the team behind his back. If you want the penalties to stop, somebody has to say, hey, we can't fucking have penalties as a team. It just can't just be him. There has to be, he's the leader because he's the head coach. But, hey, there's a chain of command for a reason. These players if you want to be a leader, you got to prove to me that you're going to be a leader. This shit can't happen. I get it. It's going to fall on Schottenheimer because he's the head coach. But these penalties, that's discipline. That is players not caring. That's players out of sync. That's players not taking practice seriously. Do you mean to tell me they don't crank up the music and do dummy fake counts and stuff? It's time for these guys to kick it in gear. We cannot have all these damn penalties.
You would think that the pre-snap penalties, most of these players have been playing football since they were 7 to 10 years old. Most of these players have. You would think snap counts and shit like that would not be such a big issue like it is on this team. I can deal with effort penalties. If you get beat and you about to give up a touchdown and you want to hold, got it. You had a bad rep, don't give up the touchdown. But these pre-snap penalties, the unsportsmanlike, the personal fouls, those are lack of discipline. That you got players that the game is on the line, and they sit up there trying to chase another player on the field to argue and get in each other's face. It's dumbass taunting penalties that they used to get. You losing the game, and you want to walk up and spin the ball in front of another player's feet while you down, and getting a 15-yard penalty, and then standing there looking up at the sky with your shoulders down, like you are a grown ass man. Understand the situation. It is crazy. It is crazy that you have adults. I understand that people look at young football players like they do teenagers sometimes. They look at him and say, oh, he's young, he's got a lot of money, and these are adult men. These are men that if they screw up the wrong way, they can go to jail for the rest of their lives. And something as simple as we are down by 7. Don't get a personal foul penalty on third down after you already got the punt team coming onto the field. You over there arguing with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But they just do dumb shit like that, man. And I'm sitting here looking at it, and this is the prime example that these penalties are killing us. Do you know the Cowboys had a better offense than the Kansas City Chiefs did last year? We ranked above them. We were 16th ranked offense. Kansas City was 17th ranked offense. You know what they didn't do? They didn't shoot themselves in the foot at the right times. They made the plays when the plays mattered. That's the difference in a winning team and a losing team. And it's right there. Kansas City Chiefs offense was ranked 17th, and they went to the Super Bowl. And they didn't have some lights out defense. They just made the right plays at the right time, and they didn't get those dumbass penalties that we get where you're like, oh, CeeDee Lamb catches a touchdown. Terrence Steele is holding and brings it back. Or how many times did we see Zeke? It was like, oh man, Zeke get 2 yards. He finally get a 15-yard run. And it's like, well, fuck, Tyler got and held the ball, held the player. It's just dumbass penalties.
Yeah, it is. It is. But hey, guys, check this out. We're either going to do final thoughts or final topic. Cool Cowboy, I'll start with you. Final thoughts or final topic? Which one you want to do?
Let's do a final topic. How about that?
All right, go ahead. What's the topic?
You
have to bring the topic up, or you got to give your final thoughts. That's what that means.
If I have to bring up the topic, then I'll just do my final thoughts because I can't think of anything right now.
All right, go ahead.
My final thoughts are, I know you guys maybe have a more optimistic look of the season, but I think it's going to be a rough year. Not as bad as last year, in my opinion. Not as bad as last year, but I still don't think it's going to be a great year. I'm just hoping, like I said, that it gets better as the year goes on. I want it, even if it starts off bad, they don't turn on him. They just keep going and keep improving, and they please clean up the penalties so that way we can have some momentum going into 2026. Because no team with our talent levels is gonna win. It's just not gonna happen. So we just gotta accumulate more talent. But before that, we gotta make sure we're improving. So we have momentum next year, and maybe with an easier schedule, it'll be a better year next year.
I like it. I like it. Fifth quarter Cowboys. Final thoughts or final topic?
I'll say final thoughts so I can get up out of here. I think all eyes is on your quarterback this year, and he honestly has to be the best he's ever been, because there was a lot of talk of us having a failing season because he was out. A lot of people said it was because he was out. Even though the numbers before he was out showed that it was on a decline anyway. So a lot, and we never got a full season of him since he got this big new contract. A lot of eyes going to be on him for those two reasons. Another reason because you get George Pickens on top of already having a top 5 wide receiver in CeeDee Lamb. Dak Prescott has to play really, really good. I don't want to hear this crap about, oh, it's a team game. No, your quarterback has to be the captain of this ship this year and play. I'm talking about play ball like he's never played before. He said he's healthy. He said the best shape he's ever been in. He got 2 top dog wide receivers. Dak Prescott has to play good this year, and that's my final thought.
Perfect. Uncensored. Final thoughts, final topic.
Let's do final topic.
All right.
All right. What player do you guys think on this team that's not current, that was not a starter in 2024, or will have a standout preseason?
Ooh. Okay. I'm going to say that wasn't a starter on this team that's going to have a good preseason. I'm going to say, I'm going to go on a limb here. I'm going to go on a whim, and I'm going to say Jonathan Mingo. I think Jonathan Mingo has an opportunity to really stick out in the preseason with Joe Milton and Will Grier at quarterback. I think that that we're going to be like, man, maybe that's why they traded for him in the preseason. Maybe even in training camp. Cowboys blogging my dog, he said, final thoughts. Training camp is glorified hot video for weeks. Take the reports with a grain of salt. Maybe Jonathan Mingo is a training camp highlight, and maybe he can go into preseason and translate it into the success. Because a lot of these guys, they're Fihoko, for example, what was a training camp highlight, but was a sucker in the preseason. All right, but my guy would be Jonathan Mingo.
For me, he went on this team last year, but he wasn't a starter neither. But I said Joe Milton gonna light it up in preseason.
Ooh.
I think Joe Milton gonna put up big numbers. I think he's gonna run. I think he's really gonna light up preseason. I think he's gonna be the talk of this team for preseason.
Cool Cowboy.
For me, this guy was also not on the team last year, but I think Jack Sanborn is going to light it up in the preseason and make a case to be maybe even a starter. Honestly, I like his upside, honestly, more than some of the other linebackers we have. So we'll see.
I like that. That's why we do final thoughts or final topics. You never know what it's going to bring you. But guys, this has been Talking Crazy on the corner of Crazy and Cowboys. Cool Cowboy coming in. Fifth quarter Cowboys uncensored. We want to thank Mike for the super chats and everybody in the comments. Nate, we're doing good. You guys have a fantastic Sunday. Cowboys arrive in Oxnard. Refresh your Twitters. Refresh your YouTubes. A lot of news, a lot of interviews is going to happen tomorrow. Cowboy Nation, are you in the Cowboys Corner? We out. Peace.
Peace out, guys.